William Wagener here in Riverside County with George. George, do I have permission to publish this interview?
Yes, you sure do.
Are you going to tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but what you know to be personally true?
So help me God.
And what is your last name, George?
My last name is Olivo.
Spell that.
Olivo.
All right. George is here because George happened to work for the Occupy movement. And because he was interested in helping people realize they've been reduced to debt slaves in America, he got involved in helping. What was the name of that family whose house you saved?
That was the Perez family home in the city of Anaheim.
And they're still in their home.
They are still in their home.
And it didn't come from legal filings in the courthouse.
No, sir. It came from the family working very hard, organizing the community, making some noise in the bank, and social media, which is our greatest tool.
Did you take blowhorns and stand outside the bank with blowhorns telling them what for?
Yes, sir. We went inside the banks with bullhorns demanding justice for this family who never missed a mortgage payment and were being foreclosed on their home.
How could they foreclose on the Perez family when they had never missed a payment?
The banks had sold the mortgage to another company, which Mrs. Perez did not know. She made the mortgage payment to her original mortgage people, and they sent it back and gave her the people to send the mortgage payment, which she did, and then her mortgage payment was denied.
Wow. After how many years were the Perez family paying? How many years?
Close to 30 years.
So they were almost paid off.
Yes, they were.
And then they tried to take the home.
Yes, they did.
And now they're still in their home, but did they sign a new mortgage?
I can't give any specifics of that mortgage because if I do, they will take it back.
Okay, gotcha. Anyway, all this led to some meetings that you had with Occupy, correct?
Yes, and social media because we've tried to fight foreclosures in court, only to lose and with horrible results. But when we do social media, harass the banks directly, demanding justice with the people and organize the community and go to city council and we let the people know what we're doing. We apply the pressure on the banks to where they open up negotiations for a modification that the homeowners can afford.
I got that. So this works better than going into court with an attorney.
Yes, it does. I've never seen a foreclosure victory in the past 5 years that I've been a part of fighting foreclosures and doing social media. I personally have yet to see a victory in court. I know that there's a few of them out there. I know we have a couple of people who are suffering some prison time over their foreclosure victory. But their case is documented, but they're still getting punished for winning a settlement from the banks.
Yeah, that's. I'm thinking of Mary McCullough when you say that.
Exactly, that's exactly who I was speaking of.
And they punished her for winning,
Yes, they
winning a
did.
big judgment over the crimes of the bank.
Yes, they did. They punished her for winning. That's exactly it. For
And-
exposing and winning a settlement.
We've got to punish the bank somehow, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Now, I want to go on. So this led to going to meetings, and at one of your Occupy meetings, did somebody approach you claiming to be an attorney fighting for the people?
Yes, that would be Lenore Albert. She approached us in many different foreclosure groups, offering assistance, claiming to have foreclosure victories and wins, none that I ever knew about, and come to find out, neither did anybody else. But she came offering assistance. She took clients from that are their foreclosure fighters themselves to help them in their case that she retained. She took their money and ran. She's famous for late filing.
Now, do you
This
know
is all
this? You
court
know this
public
because you
record.
did what? You followed her day and night, or you worked for
What
her?
I did is I supported her because she supported us at the Perez home. And if you can imagine, we're activists. So at that time, we thought, wow, we have an attorney with a bar card that's willing to support and help us legally.
That's what you thought.
That's what I thought because that's what she had said. And she did spend some time with us. She attended some of our meetings and she met other people. She offered her assistance at no charge. Then a few months later, we found out that she retained some of our people. And what I mean by our people, I'm talking about the foreclosure fighters who fight for people's homes that were losing their homes, right? That were in the process of fighting for their homes and fighting for other people's homes as well. She retained them as clients, gave them false hope, false allegations, never filed anything in court, and if she did, it was late. It got dismissed and thrown out.
Now, you know that because you worked for her?
Yes, sir, I did.
And did she pay you too well?
She paid me peanuts for long hours. I went to work for her because she had broken her hand, and she needed my help. She didn't have any other employees there at that time, and she doesn't drive. She needed a driver.
Tim, she had a guy named Tim working for her, right?
Yes.
And she'd laid him off.
Well, he quit for personal reasons.
He quit, okay. So I just wanted to be clear. She didn't fire him. He quit for personal reasons.
Yes.
Okay, and then you came to work for her because of all this. And did you ever see one case that Lenore took that she flat out won in court for the homeowner?
No.
Who went to work for her? Did Cindy Brown go to work for her?
Yes, she did.
And did Cindy see her win any cases?
I don't believe so. I can't speak for her, but I can guarantee you no.
Okay, well,
And Sherry Moody went to work for her as well, who is very close and personal to me, which started this whole different ball game that we have here with this attorney. What happened was she filed Sherry Moody's case in the 11th hour, not giving opposing counsel 24 hours notice. So it got dismissed and thrown. I knew that
Oh
it
my
got
God.
dismissed and thrown, and I knew that it happened. So I told her what she did was wrong. She had a placard on her desk that honors her service as an attorney. I twisted that placard and I go, why don't you honor what this placard says and what is it doing here? She accused me of picking up that placard, holding it over her head, filed a restraining order against me, which was dismissed with prejudice, and I was awarded $1,000 in attorney fees. She has also filed more TROs, temporary restraining orders, for the very foreclosure fighters that we have sat in together in the trenches, and we have helped people. And a lot of times when we help people with foreclosures, it's helping them pack up their stuff because we lose. We have very few wins, but we fight like hell for the people. And these people give up their time. She's attacked the very people because I held her accountable with Sherry Moody's case. She had dismissed her clients for being friends of mine in different foreclosure groups.
oh,
She had fired them because now she because I'm a social media journalist, I told her that what she did was wrong. I was warned by a couple of people that Lenore Albert is not doing what she says she's going to do, and she's doing late filings, and she's not honoring her word with this, and she's taking people's money and not being held accountable, and she's not winning any cases, and she's filing her cases
you
late.
never saw her win a single case.
No, and I'm ashamed to say that somebody very near and dear to me who warned me, I didn't listen because I believed her lies, that the reason why this and this happened, she had every excuse in the world. But when she did it in front of my face with Sherry Moody's case, because I'm an eyewitness to her lying to Sherry Moody on the phone, telling her that she was working on her case. Don't worry. At that time, I lived with Sherry Moody. All right. So I would go home and Sherry Moody would ask me, what's going on with my case? Lenore's not returning my cell phone calls. She's not returning my text messages. I have a court date coming up. Hello? How come I'm not in her office sitting down going over getting the paperwork ready with her? How come she's not? And when I talked to Lenore, I got all of her paperwork together.